Namaste. Have you ever met someone for the very first time and within a 5 minutes you can practically feel them sliding you into a mental filling cabinet? Psychologists call this a rapid categorization. When humans meet as strangers, their brain panic a little bit. To save energy, they instantly show you into the one of these four boxes. First box, the utility box. What can I get from you? It's like friend with a benefit. Second box, the threat box. Are you a competition? Rivalry with loss. Third box, the desire box. Do I want a romance or a physical connection with you? Fourth box, the intimidation box. You see right through me, so I'm going to watch you from a safe distance. If you are ever felt like people keep you at arm length because they suspect you know too much, you live in that fourth box. And today we are going to break down a raw human emotion behind it, why it hurts your YouTube CTR, and how to find a fifth box to break this whole cycle. Let's look at the Zen principles and the science. In social psychology, this is known as a social judgment theory combined with in group out group biases. When our brain encounters someone high in emotional intelligence or acute observation skill, a defense mechanism triggers. In evolutionary psychology, a person who read a micro expression, spot a hidden motives, and doesn't play a social games is perceived as a wild card. The research data showing that studies on interpersonal perception shows that people high in a trait, mindfulness, and high social acuity often experiencing a phenomena called lonely at the top or a high empathy alliance. Because you don't wear a mask, insecure people feel nagged around you. Day to day example, let's see for this case. Think of walking into a room of people gossiping. The moment you walk in without joining the gossip, they don't necessarily hate you. They just stop talking. Why? Because they assume your silence is a judgment. They put you in a keeper of secret box. You become a mirror they didn't ask for. This brings us to a very specific raw human psycho emotion. I call it exhausted omniscience. What does that feel like? It is like a very heavy, very hollow arc of mirror standing in an empty room. You are fully capable of reflecting a reality, holding a space, and seeing the truth of human behavior. Yet you feel utterly unheld. Everyone is too terrified to shatter against your clarity. You start noticing this everywhere, even in creative work life, running a content series on a YouTube channel. Let's see one of the relationship connection with this example. In building a relationship, this look like a people admiring you for from a very far away, praising your wisdom but never actually inviting you over to just be a messy, flawed, or a human. They treat you like a monument instead of a partner. This dynamic bleeds directly into a digital creation. Why do our channel that speaks profound truth often struggle with low click through ratio? Think about it. The internet is amusement park of a manufactured relatability, quick dopamine and safe comfortable echoes. When someone scrolls past a thumbnail or a title born from a deep observation, content from the fourth box, their instinct is not curiosity, it is a flinch. Your content act like a accidental lie detector test. Most people are not ready to be psychoanalyzed by a thumbnail on a Tuesday afternoon. They scroll past because they know your content cannot be easily gammed or fooled. The lesson from my low CTR I learned is low CTR is this a context is not a failure of packaging. It is the natural tax of refusing to pander. You you are not losing because your skills are low. You are being filtered out by a people who are not ready for the depth. So, how do we escape the matrix of the people's projection? How do we find a fifth box where I really want to go? Here is a practically psychological technique you can use in your day to day life or a social interaction and content creation. First, the decoupling technique. First, recognize the projection. When someone put you in this box, remind yourself this cage has nothing to do with who I am and everything to do with the size of their room. Their insecurity is not my assignment. Second, drop the performance. Stop trying to soften your intelligence or dilute your depth just to make a strangers comfortable. Third, step into the fifth box. The fifth box is the infinite void of absolute freedom. When you stop caring about a transactional real estate in other people's mind, your art changes, your relationship changes. You stop creating to be clicked and you start transmitting because the truth simply has to go somewhere. Let them watch from the bleachers. The ones who finally break through the glass are not looking for a secret anymore. They are looking for home. Until next time, stay deep, stay peace, stay zen. Thank you.